Hey, I'm Dr. Julia Sen. I'm a Gen X and the PhD.
I'm Reeya, an undergrad in the Gen Z. Welcome to Insight Exchange.
Okay, so topic, yes, pressure for children to perform at auntie's house.
Yes, I feel like
Exactly.
we all have experiences with that, actually. I feel like it still happens even though I'm, turning 20 this year. My mom will still be like, "Oh, Reeya, show them that dance, you know." I'm like, "Oh my god, please."
Yeah, exactly. Even
Yeah.
still, right?
Yeah, it's like, "Oh god, this is so embarrassing. I don't wanna do this."
It's I mean, I have an actual performer child, meaning
Mm,
she's an adult, but she is a singer-songwriter, so obviously it's interesting. I feel like I say it less now that she's a performer, like, officially, than I did when
yeah.
she was little before I knew she was gonna be a performer.
Oh, okay. So now if you're out, you would never just say, "Oh, like, Rihanna, show them that
No
song that
way,
you"
that
no?
seems ridiculous. But I'm pretty sure I'd be like your mom, that if there was something she was doing but not okay, so Talina loves dancing.
Yeah,
I definitely feel like I would still say, "Hey, Talina, show them your last, hip hop choreo or your last contemporary."
yeah,
Like, I'm pretty sure I would, like, encourage her to, like, show some moves, whereas Priyana,
yeah,
like, if I did ask her to perform, it's more like, "Oh, she just wrote a new song. Would you be interested
like
in
to
hearing it?"
listen to
Yeah.
yeah, okay,
It's
that's different.
right, yeah, like, that would be more towards the audience, like, or the person or the auntie or the whoever, that person saying, "Hey," right, "I'm interested."
Yeah.
Sorry, I got
So
distracted because the dogs are barking. I don't know if you can
no,
hear
no,
it.
it's okay. It's okay, I can't hear it.
Okay.
I was, wondering, do you think that's maybe because that's Priyana's work that makes you not wanna ask her to perform about it, or is it just, like, you feel like that's kind of a weird thing to just bring up?
It's a good question. I'd have to really reflect on that. It's just gone. I can't even explain, like, really right now. Maybe as we're talking, it'll come to me, but if I just were to pause for a second and, like, really say, "Yeah, what stops me now from just saying, 'Hey, piano, play,'" versus, like I say,
Yeah,
"Hey, did you wanna hear her new song?" And it's all about the person wanting to hear it versus when we're asking our little kids to perform, there is no yes, we think it'll be make the other person happy, like for grandma or whoever,
yeah,
but there's definitely an ego part there that we're so excited, to
yeah,
share that our kid is doing this fun thing,
and it's good.
and it's good.
That's
Exactly.
yeah. So did you grow up and have the pressure to perform as well or no?
Well, I didn't really have any talents like that they
Mm.
need, like, I didn't dance, I didn't yeah, there wasn't really anything that they needed to, but my sister would have for sure because she's a complete artist, so I'm sure she did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it is an ego thing because again, even when if for example, I love dancing. So if I would do a dance for someone, I would show them, then my mom would be like, "Oh my god, that was so good. Now you have to show them." So I think it does come from that it's good. If it was bad, she might be like, "Okay, maybe don't do that again."
Of course, yes.
Good thing you just showed me, but maybe let's keep it in this room.
That's right.
So,
That's right. Yeah.
yeah.
But what I mean, so when you're like, I remember when oh my goodness, the dogs are gonna make me just one moment.
Okay.
When Talina was little, she learned sign language because we heard that it was really good for the babies to learn how to express themselves earlier than they can use their tongue and their mouth, like,
Yeah.
properly to enunciate the words. So that would lower the frustrations, right? So she learned quite early, but of course, then it became like a performance,
Show and tell. Yeah.
completely, and so every time someone would come on, "Celia, show your sign," like, "Show whatever," and she would
Oh,
be doing that, and the skill was amazing, and I do believe it did benefit her the way they said it would, but did I need to have that happening? I was just so, like, intrigued by the fact that this little person could be doing that and learning it, and so it
yeah.
was fascinating, mm, but was it fair to want, like, encourage and, like, there's a I don't know, there's, like, a little bit of, like, but I'm so excited, so I wanna just share the joy of, like, "This is so cool."
Yeah.
But it's different if it was me. I wasn't giving her a choice, really.
Yeah.
I mean, if she really resisted, I would have not, obviously, but I feel
Yeah.
like we get so caught up in the joy or the excitement of, like, "This is so neat," that we forget that there's a kid who may not want to,
Yeah,
um,
exactly.
or feel like they have to or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, like, right now, like, even us just talking, you can hear the difference between, like, the parent's perspective and then the child's perspective. Like, for me, I don't like it. Like, as much as I like dancing, there's people that I would want to see it and then other people I wouldn't. Like, my immediate family, I'll come into the room and just openly show them my new dance because I'm just excited about it. But then the second it's, like, a bigger group of people or people I'm not as comfortable doing it in front of, I don't wanna do it, and I've expressed, like, "No, no, no," like, I don't want to do it. But then sometimes you think, like, also being the kid, like, you feel bad because you're in front of these people, and you're being asked to show this dance or whatever it is. You feel bad sometimes being like, "Oh my god, like, no, I don't wanna show you," because then they're like, "Why? Like, we're all family here, like, it'll be fun, just show me." You're like, "Oh my god, I don't wanna
Yeah.
do this."
Yeah, exactly. And do you know, like, what it is that's happening within you that's saying, "I don't wanna do this"? Like, are you aware what the
I
resistance is?
I think it's just I I don't know if I like being, like, the front like, the center of attention. So I
Mhm.
think for me, like, if someone else would come beside me and do the dance with me, then I'd be like, "Okay, like, I can do it." But
Interesting. Mhm.
because it's me just doing it, everyone watching, I'm like, "This is too much," I think.
Yeah. And also, they tell you in front of the person, right? It's not like,
Yes.
"Hey, they're coming over. Can you say I'd like to show my dance?" Or, "Can I say that to them? Would you be cool with that?" Right? It's
Yeah, it's, like, in the moment, like, "Oh, do it." I'm like, "Oh my
exactly.
god."
It's like, what am I supposed to do
Yeah,
now, right? Either I
I
look
know.
like, I'm not cooperative or I'm not, or then I'm gonna be labeled shy or something like that, which,
Yeah, exactly.
so yeah, I guess it's a fear of the label that the kid end up doing it, right?
That's true, actually. Because now that I'm thinking about it, even though I don't like being the center of attention, I think the main issue is I don't want the other people to start being like, "What's the problem? Like, what's wrong? Like, why are you so shy? Why are you doing that?" That would be worse than being the center of attention.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, right? Because in some ways, if your dance turns into performance, you are gonna be somewhat center attention, especially if you have a solo or something, and that's okay.
Yeah,
It's meant to be, it's on stage, people came, they bought tickets, whatever, so they're choosing to be there.
yeah,
This is like, okay, we don't know if they're really choosing to watch me, and also
yeah, yeah.
and also, if I resist, yeah, they're gonna label, and then I'm like, "Oh gosh," right?
I know, I
Yeah.
know. But now, like, thinking about it, I'm like, "Wow," like, I'm not only the victim in this case because when my little cousins are doing a dance and let's say I taught them a dance and then I'll be like, "Oh my god, we have to go show our moms, like, we have to, it's so cute." And then they'll be like, "No, Ria, no." And I'm like, "Please." And I'll beg them and beg them and beg them. And I'm like then now I realize sometimes I'll stop, I'll be like, "Okay, like, fine, like, we don't have to." But then sometimes I'll really be like, "Come on, like, let's do it, like, let's show them." And I'm like, "Wow, Ria, you're just doing what you don't like."
Ah, yes. And you said actually this in a previous episode as well, where you're like, "Wow, I'm telling the kids to, like, you're gonna be addicted to YouTube or something," was on a different
Yeah.
episode, and I just find it really interesting that you're sort of reflecting on the fact that, "Oh, wow, I'm doing all the things that I didn't like doing,"
I
and
know.
that's just it, right? We do
Yeah,
it even though, like, unless we're really intentional with not doing it, it's going to happen, even the things we don't like. It's remarkable to me, and that happens a lot in parenting, right? Where we're like, "I'm not gonna
yeah,
do that," but there I was doing it. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm doing exactly what I didn't like, and I
I
promised
know.
I'd never do." It's wild.
It's weird, I don't know what comes like, over me or, like, over anyone when that's happening. You're conscious you don't like it, but you're doing it to someone else, and they're showing you they don't like it, but you still keep doing it. It's like a weird cycle. I don't know what goes on.
Yeah, I mean, it's familiar, right? It's
Yeah.
in parenting, I always say it's like the language that you heard is the language you're gonna speak when you get to parent land, right?
Mm. Okay.
So that's like the familiar. And in some ways, the language you heard is what you're giving to these little kids who are, you're teaching the dance to.
Yeah.
So you're just replaying it. But the difference is that you're stopping after the fact at least to go, oh, wait, suddenly it clicks, right? Just like for me,
Yeah.
when I was parenting, suddenly it clicked. I'm like, oh no, like
Mhm.
I have to work on this, right?
Yeah.
That's the part that's good because you're showing you're breaking that cycle. Even though you're falling into it in the beginning, you're willing to break it.
Yeah. That's true.
Right.
I think, yeah, me being able to be like, "Okay, actually, you don't have to do it. It's fine." Then it allows them you'll just see like, "Ah, okay, like, I'm good. Like, I don't have to perform." And I think, like, the main message maybe that I wanna say to, like, kids who are feeling the pressure to perform, or maybe they're in that moment where they feel like they have to, you don't have to, and if other people say, "Oh, why are you so shy?" or "Why are you not doing it?" It's fine because most likely if they were in that position, they would not wanna do it either. So it's
Mhm.
okay. I think it's okay to be if other people label you in a certain way, if you don't wanna do something, you don't have to because you don't wanna start just complying to what other people are saying at a younger age or even at my age. Because I feel like sometimes it does follow you, like, into the older ages, not wanting to do something because you're afraid of, like, a label or what other people would think.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And yes, we can say that. I will add to it just from, the years of experience and my own personal experience around it's not so simple to just go,
Yeah.
"You know what? Yes, I get," like, I can know that I don't need to say it, but our whole nervous system acts up,
Mhm.
and so we do need to learn ways to kinda comfort that part or help ourselves, through different techniques, different whether that's, a little kid may or may not do breath work. I mean, I feel like a little kid would do the breathing to help themselves,
Yeah.
but really they do need their parent to kinda step in and show them that they're on their side, right?
True.
And if the parent is the one that's pressuring them to perform or whatever, that's for us to sort of look at the parent and go, "Is it," what's the end game? Like, why are we doing this? Is it for who? Because it's actually harming the child because it's creating that people pleaser
Yeah, the
in them,
effect. Yeah.
right? Yeah, yeah. So while it may be entertaining and it may feel good and you feel like it's so great for them, if they're saying no, like, pretty adamantly, like, it's one thing it's like, "Nah, I don't wanna do it," and then they're like, "Okay," right? You can
Yeah.
see they kind of are into it, but they just thought they
Mhm.
should say no. But if a kid is like, "No, no, 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 please, please, no, no, I just really, no, like, I just,"
Yeah.
then let drop it, right?
Just leave
Because
it. Yeah.
but if you're older, like, your age where mom and dad aren't gonna be there to,
Yeah.
say anything, or maybe they are, again, the ones who are doing it, it's okay to start to use your voice, but recognize it does feel like a threat. It's not like it's a belonging threat,
Mhm.
right? What
Yeah.
if I'm not accepted anymore? Like, sorry, you're never accepted if they're expecting you to do it, but what if I'm not belonging anymore? What if I'm not, seen as
Yeah.
the good kid anymore, right? That
Yeah.
feels scary,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
So doing like a little havening hug, a self hug,
Mhm.
there's different techniques that you can do. I mean, I have my BFAB technique, the Be Fabulous technique, right?
Yeah.
That I do with people. But it's really taking that step into I'm not going to do it and I'm still okay. We need a little bit of support within ourselves to be able to handle that yucky feeling of, oh no. Thanks so much for listening. And just a reminder that the information that you are hearing through the podcast, whether that's through us or through anybody we might be interviewing, that the content is not meant to be therapeutic in any way. It is not therapy. If you do feel like you need some support, please go and seek out a mental health provider. the information is really meant for educational and entertainment purposes. Thanks again, and don't forget to follow.